The Executive Secretary, National Human Rights Commission (NHRC), Antonio Ojukwu, on Tuesday disclosed that the commission, with the support of the federal government and the National Assembly, paid the sum of 289 million naira as compensation to 74 beneficiaries and victims of human rights violations. Ojukwu, who was represented by the Director Monitoring Department NHRC Benedict Agu, made this known at the 2023 Mass Atrocities Summit with the theme Remembering to Prevent Enhancing Accountability for Mass Atrocities Through Effective Documentation, organized by the Global Rights in collaboration with the National Human Rights Commission in Abuja. He further urged Nigerians to deploy memory as an effective strategy for preventing the reoccurrence of mass atrocities in Nigeria.
On the recommendation of the National Human Rights Commission of late, the federal government of Nigeria, as a result of NSAP protests in 1920, directed the National Human Rights Commission to establish the Independent Investigation Panel on Human Rights Violations by the reformed SACS. The National Human Rights Commission staff is to be member of other state panels of inquiry set up by different states across Nigeria because of the NSACS as well. Commission is to receive and harmonize reports of the panels of inquiry for submission to the Federal Government of Nigeria. Commission, with the support of Federal Government of Nigeria and National Assembly, paid the sum of 289,284,094 kobo to about 74 beneficiaries and victims of human rights violations during that period. Commission established the Transitional Justice Project in the northeastern states of Borno, Adamawa states, otherwise called the Bay States, to address emotional and psychological losses caused by atrocious insurgency activities in order to bring back lasting peace in Northeast by exposing the causes of the violations and to equip major stakeholders with messages and narrative for promoting peace.
Speaking in the same vein, the Executive Director of Global Rights, Abiodun Bayewu, in her virtual opening address, pointed that over 20,431 persons were killed between 2019 and 2022, while noting that those deaths emanated from attacks by the Boko Haram, ISWAP, communal clashes, cult clashes, extrajudicial killings, herdsmen attacks, isolated attacks, mob attacks, political violence, ritual killings, and secessionist movements. She also disclosed that at least 5,792 persons were killed in 2022 and that abduction skyrocketed from 117 in 2019 to 5,149 in 2022. In an interview with Voice TV, E.A. Jonathan, the executive director, Cecil Empowerment Initiative, also lent her voice in the fight against mass atrocities and measures to help curb the menace.
A very critical thing is the very sobering nature of where we are at as a nation. I think almost everybody is affected by these killings that are happening across. I mean, the statistics are incredibly sobering. 2022, we're looking at over 5,000 civilians and of our own officers, security agents killed. The abductions have grown up from 119 in 2019 to over 5,000 as of last year. I mean, if that does not alarm anybody, I don't know what will. One of the things we're doing, we've unfortunately had a very slow response. In fact, it's alarming that the administration, the outgoing administration, has sat and overseen these things. We've not seen enough justice. We've not seen accountability for these killings. Even as we speak right now, the attacks are going on. A few days ago, there were over 100 people killed in Plateau. Southern Kaduna has its own. Benue has atrocities going on, and so on and so forth. Several states. And business is carrying on as usual. We're planning on an inauguration. Nobody's alarmed. The incoming administration is not talking. The current one is like, we don't care. We've got our protection. That has got to change. And that has got to stop. And that is the work that we're doing. Our work is to document these things. And one of the speakers made the very important point. We're documenting these killings, recording as much as we can. Some of those communities are not safe to go into because you go in to to document, you may get attacked, you may get killed. So where we can, we get the information as much as possible. We're documenting for the day when justice will be done.
Edosa Oviewe, Programs Manager Global Rights, gave a breakdown of various accounts of mass atrocities while presenting the NGO's annual mass atrocities tracking report.
Northwest had the highest number. Northwest had about 1,990, at least 1,990 killings as a result of mass atrocities, followed by North Central, they have 1,488. Now, these numbers I'm calling are not figures, they are people, human beings, Nigerians. And then followed by Northeast, that had at least 1,041 Nigerians that were killed as a result of mass atrocities. Then Southeast, with the new development of the secessionist movement and the rest, we had 663 persons killed in the Southeast as a result of mass atrocities. We're not talking about natural death or sickness, mass atrocities.
Alex Tesu, Voice TV, Nigeria.